Hey, what's up? Hello. Welcome to Sammy and Creepy. If you are new here, obviously, my name is Sammy, and I like to tell you and whoever is willing to listen about things that I find creepy or interesting. So, if that's interesting to you, go ahead and stay. You can subscribe if you want, like the video, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let me creep you out a little bit. First, we're going to address, though, the fact that we're going to ignore how my lashes look right now. My appointment was days ago, but it had to be postponed, so I actually get them done tomorrow. But I still needed to film. I still wanted to film, so we're just going to pretend like what's happening is not happening, and we're going to ignore it. Just like we do the thing we're going to talk about today. Okay? Today, I really wanted to talk about the topic of, well, you've seen the title. I am not going to say the word. SWs, flesh pedestrian. That's what we're going to be referring to them in this video because I ain't trying to summon anything. Okay? I'm not trying to let nothing know I'm talking about it. If you don't already know the history of flesh pedestrians, what they are, why you shouldn't say their name, you're going to learn in this video. Can you guys hear the wind? I don't know if you can hear the wind, but it is so loud. We've had storms all day and now it's just so windy. Perfect for this video, honestly. Okay, let's talk about flesh pedestrians, okay? First of all, what are they? What are SWs? They are of Native American culture. An SW is a shape-shifting witch. These flesh pedestrians I call them this, and they are called this because they have the ability to transform into, mostly animals is what they transform into, but they do have the ability to possess animals and possess people. Therefore, they can walk around looking like a human, an animal. You just never know, okay? They can pretty much be anything. People thought that they were once healers, like medicine men. Magic is magic, okay? Because like I said, it's a witch. Magic is magic. There's no good magic or bad magic. It's just the person and how they choose to use it. So this person chose to use their magic for evil, basically. Okay? While it's been known for years and years and years that SWs could transform into or look like an animal, more recently, they've been more commonly seen as almost a humanoid figure with like animalistic features. They look really freaking creepy. Flesh pedestrians have been a thing in the Navajo, well, many Native American communities for many, many years. Awareness has been brought to them since 1996. If you haven't heard of SW Ranch, we are going to be getting into that as well. So, the owners of SW Ranch made claims of seeing UFOs over their property, mysterious things happening to their cattle. We're seeing creatures, seeing crop circles. Some of their cattle was even disappearing. Some was being mutilated. And it was just this big thing. But according to the family, the scariest thing to happen to them was when the owner and father of the family were walking their dogs around the ranch late at night. They encountered a wolf, but he said this wolf was way bigger than any normal wolf. Like, this was not your typical wolf. He also said that it had glowing red eyes and completely ignored his 3 gunshots. Like, it did not care. So, as I said in the beginning, some Native Americans believed that an SW, a flesh pedestrian, was a benevolent medicine man who abused his magic and used it for evil. As I said, magic is not good or bad. It's just magic, and it's just the person's intentions. The person that uses it makes it good or bad. The reason that I won't say the word, and the reason why most Native Americans will not discuss it with you, is believe that saying the name either brings bad luck or summons them, like calls them to you. Now back to the original owners of the ranch. So all of their encounters is really what made it so famous, and now there's documentaries and stuff on it if you want to go watch those. But essentially, one of the most terrifying things to happen was, again, he was out walking his dogs and he could hear voices on their property. He said the voices spoke in a language that he did not recognize. He estimated that the voices came from about 25 feet away, but he couldn't see anything. His dogs were going absolutely insane, and they took off and left him and ran back home. He said that when he sold the property, things actually got worse. Now, of course, after this incident, a lot of people became very interested in investigating this property and trying to get proof of the UFO sightings and the creature and everything that they had spoken of. So this UFO enthusiast, Robert Bigelow, bought this ranch for $200,000. He started the National Institute for Discovery Science on that property. So he put surveillance around the entire property. Like, he wanted evidence. He wanted to know what was going on at this ranch. I only skimmed like the top of what was happening. It was insane. Now, on March 12th, 1997, Bigelow's employee was on the property. He said that he saw a large humanoid figure perched up in the trees. He said that the thing had yellow, unblinking eyes, and it just sat completely still. So he fired a shot at this creature in the tree, and it fled, but the marks that it left were huge claw marks. After this, something really disgusting happened to one of their cows. I won't say it. Gory, but you can imagine. 3 more people saw a large animal in the trees, and 1 person saw a large animal at the base of a tree. So they collected evidence, but I guess none of it was good enough. So he ended up selling it in, I think, 2016 for like $4.6 million. Now, about flesh pedestrians in general and people's experiences with them. Every person that has ever encountered one has said the same thing, that it is animalistic, that it's usually some type of 4-legged beast that looks disturbingly human too, with a really weird face and glowing red or yellow eyes. They also always say that they're super fast and they make a hellish sound. Said that the Native Americans outside of the property would actually put protection things on the fence, like items for protection on the fence, to keep whatever was in that property on that property and away from them. So can you imagine what type of horror you'd have to be dealing with for a group of people to want to keep it contained within your property and away from them? I understand that you can say it's a hoax, and most people will say it's a hoax because there's not enough, I guess, documented evidence. But it's like, come on. A lot of these things don't want to be documented. And I'm just a believer in the paranormal and cryptids and creatures and demons and all that stuff. I just don't think this huge group of people can believe so strongly in something and be so afraid of something that they haven't experienced. Now let's talk about flesh pedestrians in general, their characteristics, how to deal with them, what to do if you encounter one, all of that good stuff. I just wanted to tell you some of those fun facts about SW Ranch because I found it to be interesting, and that's kind of where a lot of the popularity came from, or where the awareness came from, so I thought it was important. But now, flesh pedestrians and supernatural abilities, supposedly they have the ability to also read minds. I know that they can mimic. Sometimes I think that the mimic encounters that people have in the woods are flesh pedestrians. It says one way that you can tell if you're encountering one is you can shine a light at them. So like say you're out in the woods or something, you don't know if an animal is an animal or a SW, you can shine a light into their eyes, and if it glows back red, you could be dealing with a flesh pedestrian. Even in human form, their eyes seem very animal-like. If you are dealing with an SW like on your property or something, it's said that you need a powerful shaman to actually get rid of it. One that knows what they're doing, knows the correct spells, incantations, whatever, blessings. Another thing is you don't want an SW to know your name. That is something they use to lure you out into the woods. They will call you by your name, sometimes even mimicking the voice of someone you know. Other times, just, I guess, in their own voice. Not many ways to defend yourself against one. It's better to just avoid them. I hope you enjoyed this information. Hope it creeped you out a little. If you have any stories about SWs, or if you have any extra information that I did not include in this video, feel free to comment it down below. I love reading that kind of stuff. If you would like, I could do a video strictly on people's encounters with SWs to see what kind of experiences other people have had. I personally have never encountered one, but I don't try to. So yeah, don't be out here saying their name. Don't be following any voices in the woods. Another rule was not whistling. Some of the Appalachian Mountain rules were not whistling at night outside and not looking into the trees, and part of that is because of SWs. So, stay safe. If you enjoyed my video, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all of the things that YouTube wants you to do to let them know that you like my channel and you like my videos. And don't forget to stay creepy. Bye.